When you pray, you are enforcing the power and hand of the supernatural over the situation and thing that has kept you down and kept you out. Hannah got the opening of her womb via prayer to God. Jabez got the opening of his life to wealth via prayer. You cannot remain in the act of prayer and the door would remain locked. You cannot keep praying and the opening of God would not be visible. You cannot keep praying and the force of heavens remain mute or incapacitated in opening the door that the enemy has closed for you. When you pray, you are telling heaven that God's blessing and promises for your life have been closed, and by your power, you can't open them and need help and assistance from heaven. The children of Israel were locked in as slaves in the land of Egypt. They kept praying and crying to God, and Moses was sent by God to bring out of that situation and bring them to their opening of freedom. Peter was in prison. It was the prayer of the other brethren that caused an angel to be sent from heaven and free him from prison. Do you desire to have the opening and breakthrough from God? Then you need to access that opening via prayer. You must give yourself to prayer. You must become a man of the altar. You must become like Daniel, who prayed and kept praying until the answer he needed was delivered to him. It is not something you do today and waits till next week. Do it continually. Let prayer not depart from your lips. Show heaven how desperate you need the opening from every closed situation. Show heaven how you depend on the strength of God to command the doors open for you. Show heaven by praying that you cannot do it by your power or ability, except by her intervention. And I tell you, you would be surprised because it would happen like a speed of light. And that closed situation, that closed help, that closed access would become visible and open for you again. Another factor needed to bring back the opening from God is giving. You must understand that when things are tight for you, release that which is in your hand to have back the opening, so that which is in your hand, and have it open things for you. Imagine someone who was seeking for the opening of her womb and still telling God, I would give back the child to you. Things were locked and tight for the widow of Zarephath. She gave her last to the prophet and didn't lack what to eat again. It caused an open and connected supply for her from heaven. Solomon sacrificed with his whole heart bountifully to God, and God gave him a blank check to ask whatever he wanted. I don't know the type of opening you desire from God. I don't know what must have been tied and closed for you, but what you need today and now is to release that which you are holding tight to unto God and have him bless and cause things to open for you again. It is like a seed sown. You plant one or two to get an abundant harvest, and that is how it is with that which you are holding in your hands. It is essential to make the door open for you. Sacrifice and sow that little seed and have it serve as an opener to the closed door you want. The Bible made it clear that givers never lack. When you give to man, you are indirectly giving to God. And you cannot give to God and lack. You cannot give to God and the door remains closed. When things become tight for you, release that small that is in your hand as seed to heaven. When doors are closed before you, look around and help others open their door with the small things that is in your hand, and they would gather together and your door would also be opened. See, an open hand never runs dry. A pipe and channel that supplies would always be filled and have content. Your door may have been closed because you have a closed hand and lifestyle, and this has closed the source from entering you. Do you desire the door to be opened for you again? Do you want to see God open things back for you again? Then you must give away the little that is left in your hand. Become a giver. Put a smile on the faces and lives of people with the little you have, and God would look down on you and would command the door to be opened for you again. And if you continue, you would remain in abundance. Believe and trust in God for the opening. As you pray, study, and give yourself to helping and giving to others, you must believe that God is capable of causing a change and commanding the door to be opened for you. You can be praying and not believe or have faith and hope in God to change your situation. You can be engaged in charity and doubt if God can, through what you are doing, cause a change and opening for you. You can hear the word and not get profit from it if you don't believe. Your belief level and trust in Him is important in having God open things back for you again. When you doubt, you won't see it happen. When God declared that He had heard the cry and prayer of the people, and by tomorrow the land would be abundant, someone doubted that it was never possible, and he saw it but never partook of it. Don't be like the servant. Believe in what you are doing, that God is seeing you and would cause things to open back for you again, and you would see it. God promised Abraham that He would open the womb of Sarah and she would give birth. Abraham never doubted. He went around doing good, didn't cease or stop praying, nor study and meditation of the word. When you have faith and belief in the word, you are setting yourself up and showing you totally believe and trust that He can and He would do it. It is time to grow your belief system, because what you want and need is subject to how your heart and mind can carry and believe it. Believe like Abraham that God would visit you. Believe and keep praying like the children of Israel, that His word of taking you to the promised opening is coming. Believe like Hannah, that He has heard you and would visit you. Your season and time of opening are here. It is happening now.